Position out of 28 right, that'd be okay.
CRQ 01 Tango, change runway 28 right, taxi via Hotel Alpha.
Alright,
2 right, Hotel Alpha, 01 Tango.
10-4 Romeo, runway 28 left, taxi via Hotel Bravo.
So altimeter 3002.
Hotel Bravo 28 left, 84 Romeo.
0.
And fishing Gulf Crown Montgomery, wind 2205, altimeter 3002.
Where would that be? The individual ticks are 0.2, so 02 would be really close to just 30. Something like that. Cool. Around 400.
Or sorry, 0.02 technically.
0.02 is each
Yeah,
tick?
so it's just to be the first tick.
I'll see the first tick.
There you go.
There you go, a little bit more than 400.
And we're at 1400 RPM as the engine warms up. It starts to increase RPM, so let's get under 1,000. Either one. Nice.
Alright, 4 Romeo, thank you.
So 5 Bravo Whiskey, continue.
Yeah, about like that. Alright, altimeter set, transponder, alt and squawk, check. ESP is part of the transponder, radio test, we did. Yeah, we can hear them. Taxi light.
Montgomery ground, Cessna 5495 Delta, executive, requesting taxi west with information.
Okay,
Gulf.
I think,
So 5495 Delta Montgomery ground, runway 28
call up ground, yeah.
right, taxi via Juliet, Hotel and Alpha.
And then here, you can hit continue a couple times. The navigation database is is current, and then the half left, half up thing. So that shows half left, and that shows half up.
Okay.
And then there's no flags, so
basically we want that to agree with this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Lateral flag and vertical flag, so there are no X's essentially.
Okay.
Is what those no flags mean, is they're out of view.
Okay.
And then it says 150 and 150, so the arrow is pointing to 150, and the desired track says 150 there, so they're communicating.
Taxi to executive via Hotel and Juliet.
Checks out.
Short of Juliet, 4.5 ounce.
Wait for my opening here.
Hotel Juliet, hold short of Juliet, 080. Montgomery ground, 5150 Delta, executive westbound with Gulf.
5150 Delta Montgomery ground. Roger, stand by. Rounds are full. I'll get you moving here in maybe 2 to 3 minutes.
Alright, 50 Delta.
Okay. And so while we wait,
What was the? I didn't catch the reason why we were.
he's like the run-ups are full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So while we wait, the start procedure was really good. You're using your checklist, and you're doing it perfectly.
Do the flow instead.
I would just think that you could adopt a flow and then backing it up with the checklist, and I think that could speed up your start procedure. And so again, the flow is starting over here at the left. As soon as the engine starts, you want to make sure the oil pressure comes up in the green within 10 seconds. And if it's 11 seconds, it's okay too. But we just wanted to get that thing in the green. So oil pressure in the green, and then I look at my ammeter to make sure there's no low voltage. I come down here, I pop on the avionics, I put my lights in the situation that they need to be, so taxi light and beacon should be on. If it was nighttime, the nav lights would be on.
Okay.
CRP is cold, lean the mixture, which you did, and then flaps go up, and then trim set for neutral, fuel's on both, transponder's good, and then I start playing with the GPS to make sure the database is current, the VORs are communicating with the half left, half up thing, then I click on map and I zoom in for my taxi diagram, and then I back it up with my checklist, and I always use my checklist.
You can hold short of Juliet for 1 inbound Bonanza. After the Bonanza, runway 28 left, taxi via Juliet, Hotel, and Bravo. Thanks for your patience.
Hold short of Juliet for an inbound.
Holding bound for the Bonanza, has a 905 Delta. And just to verify, runway 28 right, correct?
So 50 Delta at negative, be runway 28 left via Juliet, Hotel, and Bravo.
Runway 28 left, Juliet Hotel, and Bravo, Cessna 5495 Delta.
Okay, so was that 5150 Delta, or you wanted 95 Delta?
Yeah, that's for 5150 Delta. So 50 Delta for 28 left.
Okay, so that was a different aircraft calling initially, so 5150 Delta, 28 left.
Thanks. And so it's 95 Delta. Yeah, initially I give you 28 right, so yeah, 28 right for Cessna, 95 Delta.
Right, so I'll check my brakes.
28 right, 95 Delta. Sorry about that.
No problem. Thanks for sorting that out, guys. Thanks.
You want to check your brakes?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Montgomery ground, student pilot Cherokee November A1916 at executive.
You said to hold short of Juliet
For an inbound Bonanza.
Cherokee 1916, Montgomery ground, right, just stand by.
Okay.
So you can
that guy
continue
right
taxi
there?
Bonanza.
It's substitute.
Continue to taxi, Cessna 905 Delta.
Okay, so we're holding for that Bonanza.
Okay.
And that Cessna is just confused, and so that was the girl
that was the
took.
one that, okay.
And so she's gonna move, then the Bonanza's gonna come in, and then we're gonna be able to go.
Okay, we can get some radio frequencies.
Yep.
Dialed in, so we have ground, we have left tower, or left runway tower, We'll get air to air. 122.75.
So I would just load Palomar stuff right here, because I'd like to load up tower and air to air here, and then all of the Palomar stuff here.
Okay. So 120.15 for ATIS. Tower's 118.6.
Nice.
Okay.
Nailed
We're
it.
good to go there. We can start doing our flight plan.
Sure, go and punch it in.
What waypoint? We're just going to do like Torrey Pines and
Mount Soledad, then,
Mount Soledad.
Then
Cool.
Del Mar, probably.
Cherokee 19016, runway 28 right, taxi via Juliet Hotel and Alpha.
28 right,
the rest
Juliet
later.
Hotel Alpha, 81916.
Yeah, so that's the benefit of like really listening for everyone's radio calls, is that sometimes it comes to a point where you have to do everybody's job. And so 95 Delta was super confused. Tower wasn't picking up that was a different call sign.
I was like,
and so I had to get in there and I was like, hey, Tower, clearly what happened was not right. So let's figure this out. And he's just like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. And then we had to wait for everybody to move, and then we can go. So
interesting.
So Tower's not perfect either. So
I kept being like, girl, like, you got to stop
yeah,
responding. This is. Turning free and clear, turning free and clear, less than 5 degrees of banking at the turn. I didn't see the ball go to the outside, but hopefully it did.
It worked.
Check next turn. I drifted from the center line. How dare
Son of a gun. Unacceptable.
I've seen so many people talk about check rides, and apparently center line taxiing is very important to
Straight
me.
left.
Oh! Call.
Got him. I know, that's not fair. You didn't technically write down the clearance because I was talking to Tower.
Cool. Am I good right here, probably?
Just roll forward a little bit.
Montgomery Ground, Piper 1636 Papa, off the runway at Hotel, return
Perfect.
taxi.
Alright.
Even if we went straight right now, we'd never run into that airplane. That's how we want to position ourselves. Good.
Straight in at
Cool.
Hotel, 36 Papa.
Alright, so we did all these checks, got everything, brake test, altitude indicator, turn coordinator. Alright, run up time, brake set, fuel set to both, trim set for takeoff, flight controls. Free and correct. Instruments, so that's reading 0, no red X's, altimeter agrees with this altimeter set. That we checked that on taxi. We set our heading bug to 283, the left runway. Set our altitude bug 1,500. Alright, instruments are good. Mixture, best power. Primary and a lock, we'll go to 1700.
Is that too much air on you, Spence? Are you good?
I'm good.
Montgomery Ground, Cessna 3386 Echo, we're 172 slant golf, and we would like to request a CFR practice approach into Brown.
Alright, 1720, we'll go right mag.
I missed the call sign there, practice approach under Brown. Say call sign again.
3386 Echo.
Cessna 3386, Echo on request.
Here's left. Not losing much. The left one.
Go back to roll.
Cessna 3386, Echo, is it straight out or right down departure?
Okay.
Do a
I
right
see.
downwind departure, 86 Echo.
Oh yeah, there's a drop.
Cessna 3386, Echo, right.
And I go back to both, and I go to the right mag just to check it.
Did I not click it into the left?
I don't know what you did. It looks like it's working fine for me.
Okay. Checks out. Carpeed.
Alright, Cessna 3386 Echo on
little power drop, vacuum, there is one in this guy, we're in the green.
124.35.
Squawk 0210 and departure frequency 124.35.
We're just looking for charge, we're looking for 28
Cessna 3386
volts.
Echo, squawk reback, correct, advise ready to
And
taxi.
28 volts is also.
We are ready to taxi at executive with information Golf 86 Echo.
Oil pressure, oil temperature, both
Thank you for all
green.
that. Runway 28 right to taxi via Juliet Hotel.
This one does, oh, this one does have it up there too, yeah.
25.7 tower frequency.
Idle,
28 right,
back to
Juliet
idle.
Hotel Alpha, and 125.7 for tower 86 Echo.
If there was anyone coming, since that person
Montgomery
moved, we would also move, but we...
1373
no one's coming
Charlie,
to 2
Golf
left right
1 and
now.
Hotel
Don't see
taxi to
anybody.
Marigold.
Alright, run up
373 Charlie,
complete.
Montgomery Ground, taxi to
Pre-takeoff,
Marigold via Hotel
briefing.
and Golf.
So we're
Marigold
going
via Hotel and
to
Golf,
take
123
a westbound
Charlie.
departure, climb up to 1,500 feet, head towards the coast, like Torrey Pines, and then when we get to the shore, we'll turn northbound. We'll swap over to the air-to-air frequency and make a call at Torrey Pines, then again at Del Mar, or we switch to ATIS by the time we get to Del Mar?
Our last call will be Del Mar, and then we'll get the ATIS, and then be monitoring Palomar Tower by Encinitas.
Okay. Yeah, and then we'll switch over to the ATIS, and we'll give Palomar Tower a call and see what they say.
And then part of the briefing as well is frequencies.
Okay.
And flight plan.
So frequencies and flight plan. We did frequencies, flight plan.
We're almost done with frequencies.
So we can switch over to tower now, and we can dial in air to air.
That's why I like to do Palomar stuff right here, because we get off of ground, and then that leaves room for tower and air to air.
Gotcha.
But you can do your ATISs on the bottom if you like, and only talk up here. I just think it's more dialing in.
Yeah, no, I like this. I like this approach actually. All right, so we're doing Mount Soledad. Then we're doing.
From there, you can just go direct to Palomar, because it is a straight shot.
So it's KS.
KC.
Listening at 4 Romeo, start your climb,
Go
please,
backspace.
and turn.
Oh, KC. Oh, sorry.
KCRQ.
Montgomery Tower, Bonanza 2 Kilo Bravo. We have information Golf landing.
Okay.
Bonanza
That
2
person's
Kilo
going to
Bravo,
28,
Montgomery
right?
Tower, traffic
I
on the
heard them
left
get their
crosswind
clearance.
climbing
Cool.
northbound,
So we don't have to scoot
1,900,
over.
that's our left traffic.
So
and make it
flaps 0, mixture, we'll do for lights, camera, action, car P, off, transponder, alt and squawk, we'll get our timer ready. Heading bug is set, doors and windows closed and latched, ears closed and latched.
It is closed and latched.
Strobes, lights, camera, action, time, lights, camera, action, brakes, release. All right, abort plan is if we have an engine problem or if we don't hit 2280 RPMs with runway remaining, we'll cut power and just stop. If we're airborne and there's runway remaining, we'll go back to the runway. No runway remaining, under 500 feet, we'll turn up to 30 degrees, probably land on Balboa Avenue. If it's above 500, we'll turn up to 90 degrees.
Stop your
More
descent
options.
at 3,500.
We're at 1,000 feet. We're not going to be in the pattern, so if it's 1,000 feet, we'll attempt to turn back to the
Listening
airport.
for Romeo, contact
Nice.
Fox
So,
Tower.
that's it. Perfect. Give them a call.
Montgomery Tower, Cessna 5150 Delta, holding short 28 left, westbound.
This is 14 Hotel, left on Golf 1, contact ground.
She's ignoring us because she's telling him what to do, and then she's going to tell us what to do, most likely.
For 2 Kilo Bravo, descent your discretion, your number 1, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Okay, cleared to land, 28 left for Bonanza.
That guy's exiting. Here comes our call.
Calling out 28 left, I stepped on yes, say again.
Tommy? Yeah.
Montgomery Tower, Cessna 5150 Delta, holding short 28 left, westbound.
Cessna 5150 Delta, Montgomery Tower, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
28 left, clear for takeoff, 50 Delta.
Okay. Start our lights, camera, action.
Montgomery Tower, student pilot Cherokee, November
Lights,
81916 with the run up 28 right, close traffic with Golf.
Everyone at 28 right, again, tower 125.7.
Again.
Copy.
So clear.
Montgomery ground, Skyhawk 194 Tango Hotel,
Center
clear
line.
28 left on Golf 1, taxi
Big old
back
crosswind.
for left close traffic.
Oh, yeah.
You're still
Okay.
on tower, contact
There's our
ground.
crosswind. Center line here,
Full
full
deflection
power.
for now. Good. Go ahead and rotate at 60 knots.
Okay. So airspeed's alive. Gauges are green. Looking for 2280. We got it. There's 40 right foot. 45. 50. 55.
A little bit of back
There's
tension.
60. A little bit back tension. There we go. Right foot.
Yeehaw. Lower that
38
nose.
X-ray following Bonanza left base, runway 28 left, clear to land, number 2.
Spencer in the back, throwing off our center of gravity.
I know, just work that trim in, get it to 73.
Yeah.
Tricky 89
Stop
X-ray
there.
radio check.
Roger, we got you. 89 X-ray.
Tricky 89 X-ray verified 28 left.
Is there 28 left?
If it's noisy, you can put your shades on top of your headset for both of you.
Montgomery Tower, Cessna November 24780 at Gillespie at 3,500, inbound for touch and goes with information go.
Cessna 24780, Montgomery Tower, flight to Mount Helix, make straight in, runway 28 left.
Lost track of that other guy. Did he turn right?
He did turn right. Yeehaw. Santa Ana winds. Looking back at our runway, making sure we're not drifting. So we're looking good.
Confirm 89 X-ray is clear to land, 28 left.
I'll zoom this
Tricky 89
out.
X-ray affirmative,
So we
runway
can
28 left, clear to land.
traffic around
Land 28
us.
left. 89 X-ray.
If you're pushing it all, go ahead and work that trim in.
We're going to go to Mount Helix for 780 and then straight in for 28 left. Montgomery Tower, Skyhawk 5396 Echo, about 2 to the east of Gillespie.
Is that a plane or something? It's like a
Probably a
odd shape.
banner toe.
Cessna 5396 Echo, your traffic to follow is just crossing
it's
overhead.
1,000. We'll do our
now 3,600.
time checklist. We're
Just go ahead and level off and then do that stuff because we're at 1500. Smooth forward pressure for our person in the back. Let it accelerate. Push harder.
2 Kilo Bravo.
Progressive increasing forward pressure. Push, push, push. There's our speed. Reduce that throttle. Still climbing. Push, 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 push. Feel free to work some of that trim in to make it easier on you. Just know your job isn't done until your speed is done moving.
Cessna 780, and that traffic's actually no factor. You can fly to Lake Murray.
Way too high.
Just go ahead and reduce that throttle a little bit. It'll make it feel and sound a little bit more easy. There we go. There's 2300. That sounds good.
Cessna 780, fly to Lake Murray, please.
And she's having a hard time today.
It's the pilot, not her.
Oh, not her fault. Yeah.
780.
All right. So back behind us to our right, man, that's Miramar. Okay, the military marine base, and then you got in front of us to our left at our 11 o'clock, moving 10 o'clock, is Mount Soledad with the big cross on it. You from San Diego?
Yeah.
Nice. Mission Bay off the left side, downtown's a little hard to see because it's hazy today.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's our banner toe right there.
Yeah.
Is that a bird?
Look at that bird. Oh, whoa. What you doing up here, dude?
And he's up there.
Go down.
Yeah, get out of here. I used to do that. I used to fly banners.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, listening to a 4-hour podcast telling save 15% or more on your car insurance for a boring amount of time. Not a bad gig.
Oh. Alright, should I switch over to air to air?
Right after we turn northbound, go ahead and swap.
Montgomery Tower, Skyhawk 194
And then,
Tango.
now that we're not as task saturated, we can do our climb checklist.
For left close traffic and cannot get a little
Alright, turn the
delay.
taxi light off.
Tricky 89 X-ray,
And that
contact
landing
ground.
light.
And the landing light. Go. Alright, cool.
Tricky 89 X-ray,
1400.
contact ground.
I'm drifting to the right. I guess I'll just make my turn official.
Yep. Once we get offshore, hopefully that wind will die down a little bit. But as we're below this haze layer, a little less bank.
Tricky 89er X-ray, contact ground.
Still descending. Level the wings. Because we want to stay offshore and we're pointing more towards the land, so we got to go that way.
Okay.
And then go ahead and
Cessna
swap
14
and
Hotel,
call.
make left traffic, runway 28 left.
Check 9er, I want you to do like 4,500 arcing.
So we're
northeast.
I'll just point a little bit more outbound.
Mission Bay at 15 DME.
Yep. And then go ahead and squeeze in a smidge of power and relax. Squeeze in a smidge of power so we can slowly climb back up. Yep. Doesn't have to be a large change.
I'll make my call now.
Go ahead.
San Diego Coastal, Blue and White, Cessna 5150 Delta, Torrey Pines, 1500 northbound, San Diego Coastal.
Perfect. They've got the glider port right here. We got some paragliders out.
Yeah, I saw those.
Taking advantage of that low pressure system and the Santa Ana winds. They look at that stuff too to see if it's a good flying day.
Okay.
Pretty sweet, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, look at that.
I've always wanted to do the gliders, just haven't yet.
Not seeing any other traffic.
Boom, boom.
I always forget the lagoons. I gotta memorize them.
So this is nothing. This north of Torrey Pines thing, not a lagoon. It probably has a name, but it's not on the chart, and I don't know it.
Not an aviation lagoon.
Yeah. And then Del Mar. And then after Del Mar is
San Alejo.
and then close to
And then Bag of Cheetos.
yeah, close to Palomar is Bag of Cheetos. It's called Bag of Cheetos, but we call it Bag of Cheetos.
Okay.
San Diego Coastal Cessna 905 Delta 4500 northbound, Torrey Pines.
That was the girl that stepped on our radio call.
Wait, above us, no factor?
Yep. And then we can do a cruise checklist, even though there's not really anything to do.
Power mixture instruments.
We're going to be practicing.
Power's good.
Leave it full, Rich.
We could technically lean the mixture right now because we're burning 10 gallons per hour. So if we wanted to lean it out some more, we just have to make sure our cylinder head temperatures don't exceed 420, and they're pretty low, so not a big deal. And our exhaust gas temperatures don't go higher than 1500, and you'd only be able to find that by hitting this step button. Okay. So just go ahead and lean it out that knuckle and watch our gallons per hour drop.
To east, Lake Hodges, southeast at 3,000.
So if you're really trying to get somewhere and the POH says you can do it at like 8 gallons per hour, you're really trying to bring that down to hit that 8 gallons per hour. For us, it doesn't matter because we're flying for about 15 minutes at this. So.
Banner shows over triple clear, 1,000, circling down to 500, I'll be fast on the shoreline.
Traffic, White Cherokee 4000, over the
And then let's draw a straight line to Palomar. So hit the direct to button, and we already loaded it in our flight plan. So direct to, and we'll see Palomar there. So we got to just activate a new straight line. Instead of using the straight line from Mount Soledad to Palomar, we draw our new one from our position. And so it says, in order to fly there directly, we'd fly a heading of 346.
Okay.
And our, rather a track. And our track right now is 336, so come 10 degrees to the right.
Border Patrol Checkpoint Station, descending at a 3,700. We'll be staying south of the 94, simulating
Last call at Del Mar.
And we have that other traffic over the
northbound to Palomar.
And you also got 6192 Juliet, just west of the Border Patrol Checkpoint, 3,000 feet.
San Diego Coastal, Blue White Cessna 50 Delta, Del Mar 1,500 northbound to Palomar, last call. San Diego Coastal.
Okay, cool. So come about 4 degrees to the right.
We're maneuvering over the straight part of the 94, over the
and then just because our track, just because our heading, say, might be 346, doesn't mean our track is going to be 346. This compensates for wind. This doesn't. This is GPS. Okay, cool. Okay. Now go ahead and do what we need to do. So switch to
Black Archer 8401 Tango, 3,500 climbing.
And for Southern California, available on flight service frequencies. Voluntary noise abatement procedures are in effect. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Mike.
That's 1,600 feet.
Palomar Airport information, Mike. Time 1947 Zulu. Wind 22010. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 19, 2.7. Altimeter 3001. ILS approaching east, landing and departing runway 24. Hazardous weather information for Southern California available on flight service frequencies. Voluntary noise abatement procedures are in effect. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Alright, go ahead and reduce a smidge of throttle and we'll come back down to 1500. You don't have to push it all really, just let the nose fall as you reduce, I don't know, 100 RPM. Another 40 now. There we go. Nose will naturally fall on its own, and we'll prepare to contact Palomar Tower. So that back there was San Alejo, and then we're approaching Encinitas. This golf course is a good indication of Encinitas. Okay. And then if we fly about 3 more degrees to the right, we'll parallel a track to get there.
31 Delta, track to follow, 12 o'clock, 2 miles, 1,100, runway 24 for the line number 3.
24, clear to land number 3, and what's the look?
They're called Palomar Tower, not McClellan or anything.
Correct, yeah, Palomar Tower.
Alright, so about over that golf course is when I'll...
You got it, inbound landing Mike. Encinitas 1,500, inbound landing Mike.
Yep. Palomar Tower, Cessna 5150 Delta, Encinitas 1,500, inbound landing Mike.
Nice.
5150 Delta, Palomar Tower, make left traffic, runway 24.
Left traffic 24, 50 Delta.
Awesome. Perfect, LT24. And so now the airport may be a little bit hard to see right now, so that's why we're really using our GPS here. So we can see that it's definitely, somewhere up this way. We know the perimeter for most deltas is 4 miles, and this one's about 3. We'll just keep going this way. If you look ahead, a bundle of white buildings and a kind of an open area is a good indication of an airport.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
And you can kind of see the tower from here. It's in the middle of the, it's right off our nose.
Yeah, I got it,
left. So that would be a midfield entry, and so that's what we're trying to aim for, is just...
Okay. I don't have to worry about my 45-degree angle?
Not necessarily, yeah. That would be in an ideal situation.
0 Delta, you're following a Cessna on a 2-mile right base to final 1,400.
Looking for traffic.
Looking for traffic, 50 Delta.
He's on a 2-mile right base.
Yeah, I see one guy landing now, but that's not him.
He's in right traffic when we're entering left traffic. So that's
2-mile right base, so he's coming from this way.
Watch your TPA. Okay. And then you decide when you're close enough to turn into the downwind. So let's bring that nose up a little bit, and we could even slow down. So bring that nose up, exchange the energy, keep that power in for now so we can use that energy to kind of climb and not get too slow. Okay.
Don't see that guy.
He's on a right base, he's way over there. Not too much of an issue right now. I'd rather you hit this thing, you're descending, so let's maintain our altitude, bring that nose back up, and we need to turn to the right.
Stop taxi back for 47 Lima.
That's the 47 Lima, runway 24, taxi via November.
8085 is what we typically want in the downwind.
November 47 Lima.
46 Golf, frequency change approved.
We're slightly acute at this angle, keep that turn in.
50 Delta, traffic to follow, half-mile final, runway 24, clear to land number 2.
Clear to land number 2, 24, 50 Delta.
Perfect, it's that fella right there.
Yeah, got him.
And you're downwind to beam, go.
Okay. Carb heat, below gas, undercarriage, mixture full.
Go ahead and reduce the throttle. Simultaneously as you go carb heat, reduce the throttle.
Yep. We'll go flaps 10, we're under 110. Don't let the nose rise. Flaps coming in, there they are.
Pretty fast on that flap deployment, so we should have been a little slower in the downwind is all. And then when you're ready, you can turn.
Okay. Back left, clear left, turn left.
Palomar Tower, 423 Juliet Whiskey's on the ILS.
And so do a full gump check on this base leg.
Mr. Approach, maintain VFR southbound.
Okay.
On this approach, maintain VFR southbound.
Gas, undercarriage, carb heat, mixture, flaps 20.
There's your VFE again. So you just put in flaps at 89 knots.
Ooh, okay.
Lower that nose for your side picture. Whoop, smoothly. And seatbelt switches is what we were looking for.
So landing light.
There we go. Clear final, make sure no one's landing with us, and turn final. How do we look? Lean forward, look at your runway, too much bank. Try to lead with less bank and not over 30 degrees.
Okay.
And then just take some out. There you go. So there's a nice, pretty good crosswind here. Feet to keep you straight, wings to keep you on the center line.
Okay. Don't see a windsock.
You can just kind of see what direction you have to put the ailerons in order to maintain over your center line, and then that'll tell you where the wind is coming from.
31 Delta, pay attention.
Do your gumps.
Final gumps.
31 Delta, taxi ATP Alpha.
ATP Alpha, 31 Delta.
I'm just going to bring your flaps up to 30 instead.
Oh, this one goes down to 40?
It does, yeah. Just with a passenger on board. Yep. The 40 degrees of flaps makes it a little harder.
We're a little high.
So see how we're pretty sideways?
Yeah. So
use that rudder and left wing. Reduce that throttle because we're high. Yeehaw. More right foot, just a little bit more. Look at your rivets and try to parallel it with your center line. We still need more right. Too much left aileron.
Tango Sierra Palomar Tower, taxi up to the whole bars.
Taxi
taxi up the hold bars, 734 Tango Sierra.
And nice smooth transition as you look down the runway. Too high, we're transitioning too high. So what's helpful is squeezing in a little power right here.
Palomar Tower, Cessna 5447.
Just be patient, keep it in.
24 November 1 for close
and then
traffic.
slowly keep pulling. Keep that left wing down. Power to idle. Flaps up. Increase your crosswind. Got to follow through that crosswind. Increase the crosswind. Wrong way. That way. Okay. Flaps go up.
Turn left Alpha 4, contact ground point 8.
Left Alpha 4, 50 Delta, over ground.
Alpha
4 is the far one.
Keep the crosswind in. Fall through.
Clear for takeoff, 24, 4 Tango Sierra.
Cool.
Tower 365.
And then we're going to follow the line to the left because we know we're going back that direction.
Departure to the northeast.
It's really windy today. I told you the Santa Ana's.
Yeah. Roger.
That's a cool plane. What is that?
That's a Vision jet. It's an SF-50. Personal jet. 6 to 7 seats. Fast as hail.
Stop right here in the middle? Okay.
Like I said, we're going to be on Alpha, so we'll do our left to right, down and up. So start at your lights.
Taxi light, landing light, strobes off, carb heat, mixture of flaps up. Trim, set to take off.
47 Lima, transfer Saratoga, 2 miles on runway 24.
Okay, so contact ground on 0.8. So what frequency is it?
24 clear for takeoff. You want left or right clear traffic?
121.
121.
Lima.
What am I?
Right traffic.
You're on 18.6.
I'm still on tower.
Do you have polarized glasses?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I can see it okay.
Okay, go. 121.
121.8. I thought I loaded that one in.
That was ground. We loaded ATIS.
Okay.
Ground, 5150
Hey, good
Delta.
afternoon, Palomar Tower.
Alpha 4 and Alpha.
With Mike at Rhinese Taxi, runway 24.
Palomar Tower.
Palomar 551 Juliet Alpha, Palomar
Palomar
ground, runway 24, taxi via Alpha.
24 via Alpha Wilco.
We're at
551
Alpha
Juliet
4 and
And
Mike.
Alpha. Alpha 4 and Alpha. Taxi back for an Alpha South departure.
Palomar ground, Cessna 5150 Delta, Alpha 4 and Alpha, taxi back to 24 for Alpha West departure, please. Alpha South.
Palomar 5150 Delta, Palomar ground, runway 24, taxi via Alpha.
24 via Alpha 50 Delta, thank you.
Nice.
Got all of it except last word. South, not west.
Yeehaw, nice job, man. And so you see the trick, so you did transition pretty high.
50 Delta, hold position.
Holding position 50 Delta.
So you put in too much left brake there.
Palomar 5 Juliet Alpha, hold short of Alpha.
Short of Alpha Juliet Alpha.
Probably for this jet or something, I don't know.
I see a jet coming towards us.
Maybe it's that Bonanza that's pulling out of the parking right there. So anyway, you transition pretty high, and so in order for us not to sink out, because we transitioned too high, you added some power and that slowed our sink rate down, and then we kept that power in all the way until we touched down, then it's power to idle. That just helps you if you
Number 1 Juliet Alpha, continue.
Juliet Alpha, thanks.
But you just got a little intimidated of the ground there, so you just got to commit a little more.
50 Delta, continue.
50 Delta, continue, thank you.
I'll stop saying thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a nervous tick, I think.
East to Link West.
Thank you.
On Alpha, Link 2.
Wait, but I guess for that one, should I have just said 50 Delta, or do I need to like repeat?
You can say 50 Delta continue, yeah, I mean, if it feels rude ever to not say everything, just go ahead and say everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't want to like clog up the airwaves with unnecessary syllables.
Yeah, that's two things, not a big deal, tail number and what he said.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is Palomar.
Fancy. Lots of like fancy jets here.
Okay, this is a Western flight right here, and there's a lot of other +1 aircraft parked right here at this airport.
Okay.
So you can come and like rent these things. Sometimes there's a cool like 6-seater, or there's Diamond aircraft at this airport. So if you want to get into those, you'd have to come over here.
Nice.
The DA-40s are super cool.
Yeah, they look really cool. I've seen.
Yeah, we saw that DA-42 the last time I think we flew, right?
It's like the this is the +1 lot right here.
Uh-huh.
Nice. That's that jet I was seeing facing us.
Yeah, he's just doing his run up.
A little
so.
intimidating.
I know, huh?
Oh, okay, there's the run up area. I gotcha.
Yeah, so he's just trying not to blast like us, so he just kind of moved around.
So should I just go straight to the...
So, no, at this airport, there's a lot of jet traffic and a lot of people that could potentially get out before us because they are high priority. So we're just going to pull over here. And so, like, this, some people never do this correctly. Like, this Bonanza is in such a weird position. He should have pulled up.
Yeah, should I go in front of him or should I just go behind?
Just go to the side of him.
Or like around the side?
Yeah, so watch your line here. There we go. And then just right here is fine.
Oh, okay, to the side of him.
Yep.
November 95 Victor Mike to ground, requesting a taxi back to Western flight from the blast fence.
And then we don't need to do a run up, so we can just go back to tower. And then we can give him a call, holding short 24 Alpha South departure.
Palomar Tower, Cessna 5150 Delta, holding short 24 Alpha South departure.
November 5150 Delta, Palomar Tower, roger.
Roger means he's like,
Palomar Tower says no 172.
You heard us, and
student pilot.
he's got a request. Sometimes they'll say on request,
3,500 feet just north of Vista.
or continue holding short, or standby.
Make right traffic, runway
Kind of a cool paint job.
I have multiple aircraft.
That did not fly or what?
Downwind, all northeast.
Yeah, he probably found something wrong in his run up.
Right traffic for runway 24, 172, Lima Kilo looking for traffic.
That wasn't for us, was it?
Palomar Tower 551,
What do you think, dude?
short 24, right downwind departure.
What's that?
What do you think? It's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
That's the 2 Lima Kilo, suggest that 210 heading to advised.
210 heading.
And calling for departure, last say again.
That's 551 Juliet Alpha, looking for a right downwind.
November 551 Juliet Alpha, Palomar Tower, roger.
Palomar Tower, Cessna 790-212, 10 miles to the southeast, inbound for a full stop with Mike.
790-212, Palomar Tower, plan to follow traffic 2 miles north of you, descending out of 4,300.
Over that traffic, 212.
09 Victor, follow
coming
Cessna,
into
heading to your right, a mile, 3,300, joining final.
We'll follow that traffic. We're still looking for that traffic. 09 Victor.
Juliet, frequency 10 approved.
So after you land, make sure you're increasing your crosswind correction. Sometimes, or on this landing, you had just a little bit in.
Okay.
And I kept trying to push you. Maybe your leg's in the way or something. But just.
I think I was just fighting you.
Yeah. As soon as you land, boom, all the way, just to really hold that crosswind correction and fall through with it.
There's the one.
Palomar Tower 210 Zulu's ILS 24.
That's the 210 Zulu, Palomar Tower, roger, runway 24.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have a feel for which direction it was. Like I was relying on trying to pick up the windsock.
Yeah, typically if you need right foot, it's opposite aileron.
212 traffic to follow, 11 o'clock, a mile and a half, 4,100, Cessna.
Looking for that traffic, 212. Traffic in sight, 212.
09 Victor, traffic to follow, heading to your right, a mile, 3,000.
No traffic in sight, 09 Victor.
That's the 11 Bravo, frequency change approved.
And watch this guy, nice transition to flat, slow pull, and a little below there.
Kilo, you can start a left turn towards the downwind.
Starting left turn towards the downwind, 172 Kilo.
It's fun watching it from this angle.
Yeah.
Less stressful.
Yeah, there's a cafe right over there too. It's a good, like, you know, fly to it and get some food.
Alpha 47 Lima.
$100 hamburger.
Number 50 Delta, Alpha South departure approved, runway 24, go for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 24, Alpha South departure. Thank you.
God damn it.
50 Delta.
50.
09 Victor, you can turn north to join final to follow that Cessna.
Turn north, join final, follow Cessna 09 Victor.
Thank you. 212, you can join final behind
and
your
then just go ahead and pull right out of the runway. You're fine. You don't have to follow this line at all.
08, to maintain maximum forward speed.
Just go this way. There's plenty of runway.
Okay.
Palomar Tower, Static 497 Tango Charlie, short 24 Alpha 1 for IFR squawk and release.
This is 497 Tango Charlie, Palomar Tower, squawk 4613.
That center line, there it is.
It's pretty strong left to right.
This is 2 Lima Kilo, follow
All the
traffic,
way for now.
a mile, 1,700.
As the right hand goes in, the right foot goes in, smooth, full throttle, just a little bit of right foot, more or less right foot, try not to put in left foot, good.
09 Victor, yes, traffic a mile off your right side, 2,100,
Slowly
maneuvering
take this out, slowly take the crosswind out, leave just a little bit in,
Victor, turn towards the airport,
over the wings, leave the ground, good.
Turn towards the airport, 09
So see how we kicked off pretty far to the right? As you leave the ground, you got to put in some right foot.
Keep that right foot in, yeah.
Right as you're leaving the ground, just apply a little
November
right
1 Juliet Alpha, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
24, clear to go, 551 Juliet Alpha, thank you.
And we're going to climb up to 3,500.
This is 2 Kilo, do you have that traffic in sight you're following ahead into your left, less than a mile eastbound?
I have traffic inside.
So we're crabbing right now. Hope you see that. We want that to happen, essentially, so we can maintain straight over extended center line.
Following over the ways before we turn base. 172 Kilo.
This is 080, clear to land runway 24, number 1.
Clear to land, number 1.
Delta 09, Victor, runway 24, clear to land number 2.
So one thing that's fun on departure when you start flying your friends around is that you
212, just verify.
point out Legoland. That's what he does to the right over here.
Right?
Nice. About 500 feet above you, half a mile. Runway 24, clear to land number 3.
My son's absolute favorite place.
Oh, no way?
Yeah.
Number 324, clear to land 212.
Roger.
I gotta take my
2 Lima Kilo, if you're
niece and
faster than
nephew
your
there.
interval and you can't follow them, just widen out to the left a little bit.
I can slow down 172 with a Kilo.
Cessna 4, cushion 7 Tango Charlie, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Sometimes there's a jet traffic departing behind us or something, so he'll have us like divert, offset to the south or something.
Okay. Be on the lookout for.
Yeah, just be aware.
That stuff.
See Legoland.
Palomar Tower, Bonanza 6580, X-rays, Oceanside.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And then you got the flower fields right here in the springtime. You can see all the layers of the flower fields.
Cool.
Super cool.
480.
063 traffic
The power
you're
plant's
following
no more.
is ahead into your right. It's the third Cessna on final.
San Onofre, I think it's gone?
The whole power plant thing.
063 verify it's the third.
Yeah, it used to be like a big old tower and stuff.
I heard they were taking down the tower.
That's that by 10 o'clock.
And then so Alpha South departure. Once we're at the shoreline,
They should be
go turn
at
southbound.
your 2 moving to 3
left,
o'clock
turn
now.
left, turn left.
1,700.
Just a little bit smoother and slower in the turn.
063 follow them, runway 24.
And then just slightly over standard rate, not too much over though. That's better. That's just more comfortable for
2 Lima Kilo,
passengers.
continue downwind. You'll be following Piper on the 6 mile final.
Following the Piper on 6 mile final, 172 Lima Kilo.
Line up with the shoreline here.
50 Delta, frequency change approved.
50 Delta.
50 Delta.
1 Juliet Alpha, frequency change
Yeah.
approved.
And so we'll just keep on, like on this slightly offshore heading, so like a 165 or something.
Okay.
And good climb checklist, good call outs to 35.
Okay, so we are. What was it? Yeah, we're 2,000 feet up, so climb checklist should have happened already.
7 Tango Charlie, contact SoCal departure.
Power, landing light off, taxi light off. Make sure power, speed are good.
To 1 o'clock and a mile.
But get a little more right foot in here. Now that we're away from any runway, we're not trying to maintain extended center line. We'll want to stay coordinated, because that'll help us climb, because we're creating less drag when that ball's in the center.
Yeah, okay.
423
And then come over to the right about 160, 5 degrees, just a little bit.
3 Juliet,
For a
with the
little
traffic
turn.
ahead into your right, less than a mile.
1,400, climbing
1,700. There's a Cessna
3,500.
flying a very shallow downwind to follow you. You're following traffic
And
a mile and a
then
half
go
ahead
ahead
of
and
you.
just switch off of it.
Number 4.
So we're listening to air now.
And then you can say your offshore bag of Cheetos.
San Diego Coastal, Blue White Cessna 5150 Delta, offshore bag of Cheetos, 2,500 climbing, 3,500 southbound, San Diego Coastal.
Nailed it. Okay. Nice, dude.
Little right of my heading bug. Pretty close though. All right,
So if you have like 2 degrees to go, put it in like a 1 degree bank and be super patient. Like that right there is a 1 degree bank to the right.
San Diego Southeast, Grand White Cessna exiting the southeast practice area at 2,500 feet. This will be final call, San Diego Southeast.
2,800, climbing 3,500. Lean the mixture in 100 feet or so here. There's 3,000, I'll lean my mixture. 2 extra RPM. A little bit more right foot. 3,100.
And I changed my mind. Let's go up to 4,500.
Oh, you bastard.
San Diego Coastal, Cessna 905 Delta, 4,500 Del Mar, 6 spiral, San Diego Coastal.
Steve spirals means she's descending. It's a commercial maneuver, so she'll be no factor.
Yeah. Where'd she say she was?
Over Del Mar.
Okay. Alright.
1,500, climbing 4,000.
Do you notice the upslopingness to the runway?
Yeah, I did notice that. Looked like it was sloping up towards the coast.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so they say upsloping runways makes the pilot perceive that they're coming in high, so the disoriented pilot will come in too low. It's like visual illusions, optical illusions. He'll ask you that on your check ride.
Yeah.
You're like,
San Diego East, White Blue, R3060,
Calling on my
mile
altitude.
east of Lake Jennings at 3,700, climbing eastbound, San Diego East.
There's 3,900. Start evening out.
Traffic helicopter Kilo 2 will be working the
About 50
practice
feet
pad
before.
area northeast of the field, low level.
4,500? Oh man. I heard 4,000.
I should have noticed where you put your bug. Yeah, most of the time we'll go to a VFR cruising altitude, so we're not in the way of IFR traffic coming one way or the other.
Got it.
And so, if you come out west, you know, by yourself or whatever, main thing is just got to be aware of the Bravo right here of the 18 to 32.
Yeah.
And so if you like, say, you know, you just get done showing your friends Del Mar and stuff, and you end up at 2,000 feet, you got to be sure you descend or climb to avoid that 18 to 32.
Below 1,800 or above 32, right?
Yeah, so maybe I'll dump you at some weird altitude or something and just expect you to avoid the Bravo.
Gotcha. Alright, there's 4,500, almost overflew it. Pitch, pause, picking up speed.
You can go to a normal, like, 85 knots is
85
fine.
is about there.
And the nose is at 2 fingers, so then we'll climb a little bit, lower that nose some more, and reduce that throttle to like 2,200 RPM so we can do some maneuvers.
About there. Trim for this. About that.
Perfect, dude. Nice job. Your job won't be done, so sometimes it'll be really, really close, and you just got to pay attention to what's happening. So in this case, just need to push a little bit, I think.
Delta 3000 feet, Del Mar 6 Barrows, unable to.
Last call, what was your altitude?
2,500 right now, western.
Roger, Coastal Charlie Blue, SS 50 Delta, offshore Del Mar 4,500, southbound coastal.
That's her right there?
Yep. Steep spiral. She's really hooking into a bank. I think she just broke off. Okay, cool. So this heading, this altitude, go ahead and give me slow flight.
Alright, this heading.
We already got 160 put in, pretty much.
Okay. Oops, alright. Okay, so I will reduce my throttle.
CRQ.
CRQ first. Which isn't in your list, by the way.
Sorry about that. That's because the Archers don't have a CRQ to use in that maneuver.
Down about 1,600.
Don't
Don't
let
let
that
the nose fall. Maintain my altitude 500. I'm in the white arc.
You're losing a lot of altitude, so you have to work a lot faster. So let's just add power and restart.
Yeah.
So CRQ on, reduce the throttle, don't let the nose fall, put in flaps as soon as you can. And then we'll just add
Basically,
some
as soon
power.
as I'm in the white arc.
Let's go back up to, we're still losing altitude, so add that power. Let's get back up.
San Diego East, White Blue, R.
We have to exchange the airspeed energy to hold our altitude, and on our way down we gotta get our flaps in.
San Diego East.
So for, let's just go like a heading of 080. So we'll do this as our clearing turn, and we'll get out of the way of the Bravo airspace. Okay, so let's do a left turn heading 080, and then we'll do slow flight on that heading, watch your altitude in the clearing turn, and just standard rate is fine.
Coast Charlie Blue, SS 50 Delta, offshore, so between Del Mar and Torrey Pines, we're eastbound to do slow flight coastal.
Okay, there's a nice prominent landmark on this heading.
Yep.
San Diego, go.
And so go ahead and go into slow flight and just try to get all your flaps in before you add any power. CRQ goes on first. Then reduce that throttle to about 16 and then start dumping in flaps.
Alright.
And then touch the throttle.
10.
And then go back.
San Diego close 794,
Flaps.
95 Delta, 4,000,
And then touch the throttle.
4,700 over
And then
Delta.
go back. Flaps.
Flaps 30, or 40?
Sure. And then our goal is in between 45 and 55, so once you're at 50, you need to.
San Diego traffic, white
add more power.
Good. Don't get below 45. Lower the nose. Your stall warning lights coming on. Lower the nose.
Working north to south, keep it. San Diego traffic.
Get to 50 knots. We want to be at 50. 12 degrees on heading there, a little bit off. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. And trim as soon as you can for 50 knots. Still descending. Don't fixate on your airspeed for too long.
Right.
You need to go full throttle. Don't be shy on the throttle. It's just whatever it takes to go slow. It takes more power to fly slower.
Right.
And then what's something we can do to help us increase our altitude even more? More power if we had it. No, we want to keep them flaps in. So what's something that could increase our power right now?
Carbeat?
Carbeat. There we go. Cool. And then if you're pushing it all, just try trimming it out. Alright.
About like that?
You're probably going to need to reduce your throttle here soon because you're approaching your altitude, but it probably won't be much. Let's do a left turn heading at 360.
Okay. Check left, clear left.
As you maintain everything.
Coastal traffic, blue white Cessna 50 Delta, inland southeast of Del Mar, 4,500 northbound, slow flight coastal.
Got to level the wings about 5 to 10 degrees earlier.
Okay. I was chasing this purple dot, but I should be looking at the orange. The orange is my nose, the purple dot is my ground track.
Yeah, so just look at your heading. Not sure
San Diego
where your
northeast,
orange color is coming from.
at 4,500 over Valley Center.
What are you talking about, orange?
That little orange tick that's right below the heading.
Oh, okay, I see that. Alright, so
Climbing a little bit.
plus or minus 100 feet here on your check ride. You have -0 plus 10 on your speed, so you can't go below 45 or above 55. And you got plus or minus 10 degrees on the heading there. So really just try to find a balance. If you look outside more, so look outside only.
Yep.
Hold your heading. Right now you're putting in way less inputs.
Yeah.
Because you're not chasing stuff.
Not chasing numbers.
Yeah, and then you're nailing everything perfectly. So just 90% out here, 10% in here, and then go ahead and power for your altitude, reduce that throttle. And I'm going to turn you a little bit more. Let's do a left turn heading 330.
Okay, 330.
And just eyeballs outside, divide your attention, just standard rate. And let's get back down to 4,500, so chop that throttle. Don't get over there too fast.
Overshot it. Still not at my 4,500.
Uh-oh, what's that noise?
Stalling.
So what's our reaction?
Pitch down.
Good. And then here's your altitude.
Go.
Probably going to take more than that.
At that white peak in the.
Sure.
More power.
Look at your ball. We're slightly uncoordinated. You can get got or bust on coordination as well.
Okay.
And it'll help you fly with wings level. Right now the wings are slightly dipped to the right, so if you had more right foot, that will allow you to level the wings. Don't put in right foot without opposite aileron.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay, let's go ahead and recover.
Okay, so
Normally it'd be throttle and carb heat, but carb heat's already in.
full power. So it flaps 30.
Lower that nose.
Lower that nose.
Go to 4 fingers.
Okay.
And then just keep on bringing out your...
Flaps 10.
We went flaps 30 to 10, so just do one at a time. And then get all your flaps out before leaving the white arc.
Okay. So go flaps up.
Really catch this one. This is the worst one. Pull, 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 pull. And then just go back into cruise.
Coast Charlie Blue SS50 Delta Inland Del Mar 4,500 northbound coastal.
Last call, what altitude?
4,500 off Inland Del Mar 4,500.
Roger.
And where are you?
We're heading towards Del Mar 4,000, descending to 3,500.
Roger.
San Diego traffic, number 54502, single white, Cessna 3,500
You're
feet.
trimming down when we're high and what looks like a little fast.
San Diego traffic.
So you're going to climb. Hold your 45.
Yeah, I was putting in a lot of back pressure.
Okay. Well, you should have been letting go, doing more letting go, so we can go back down to our altitude. So try to find the, diagnose the problem. What's the problem? Is it trim? Is it throttle? Because we're pretty high on throttle and the nose is kind of down and we're super fast. So we just want to go into a normal cruise, like you can go to 2200 even, which usually gives us 80, 85, and we're doing 100 right now.
Lead off some speed with pitching up.
And it just takes time for the energy to go away, and then hold it there at 4 fingers as you look outside, and then hold that tiny, tiny bit of back tension, and then trim. Once the airspeed is done moving, the vertical speed is done moving, and your RPM is stabilized as well, where you want it. It's okay, leave it there. Leave it there, it's fine. Just trimming for it. Alright, so you see back behind us to the left?
Yeah.
That's Del Mar?
Yep.
What's inland of Del Mar?
Oh yeah, the polo field.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh, we got an engine out.
You just lost your engine.
Okay. Sip of coffee. I'm going to pitch for 65 and go full back trim. That's the trick.
Good.
Full nose up trim. That speed.
Got him, no factor.
Let that speed drain a little bit.
Get on down to 65. Hustle your, nope. You're going to save yourself a lot more time.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Here's my 65. Down for a little bit. Best place to land is the polo field, so I'll start heading that direction before I start my checklist.
Coast Charlie Blue SS50 Delta Inland San Alejo, descending at a 4,000 for the polo fields, engine out procedures down to 1,500 coastal.
So hopefully I'm stabilizing around 60.
San Diego East, White Blue Arch 8060 uniform, about 5 miles east of Viejas Valley, 7,500 maneuvering San Diego East.
Okay.
Airspeed, best spot to land. You got it picked out. You're keeping it slightly off your left side, but you're really flying towards it.
I'm chasing the 65, but I'm so slow.
Your trim should be doing the job for you. It shouldn't be too much a matter of push or pull. I think it's just you got to be more patient. Let go. So this, remember, has some trim in it as well.
Right.
Okay, yeah, looks like you are pushing a little bit, so just quarter turn, and that's fine. That's good. And then just let go again. At or below VG, so you have -10 from that value and +10. I'd rather you be in that -10 because we can get closer. We'll be at minimum sync at that point.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
All right, so I'll start checking stuff. Fuels on both. Mixture, I'll make a change.
Okay.
Throttle, make a change.
And don't fixate too long inside the cockpit. Divide your attention to your best spot to land, and feel free to work that trim up like a quarter turn to see if that's going to make the difference. Okay, then move on from it, and then just come back to it and check.
Carb heat, make a change.
Turn that carb heat on. Make sure that needs to go full rich during this maneuver. Cool. Then keep going.
Still slow, I'll pitch.
Well, don't pull back while you're rolling that thing forward.
Yep. Come over here. I'll try to prime and start. No luck.
Correct.
Crap, my engine's done.
That didn't work.
So I'll lock up, I'll secure the airplane, turn this to off, I'll pull full lean. Okay. This doesn't matter, this doesn't matter. Okay. I'll turn this, I'll leave that on so I can alt and squawk. No. Yeah. Leave that on so I can alt and squawk.
Squawk and talk.
Squawk and talk.
But say the keys off first.
Keys off.
And then leave the master on so you can squawk and talk. So then actually talk about the, okay,
so then I squawk 7700. I hold this button in to get to 121.5.
Go ahead and do it. But then get off of it.
And I'll make a call. Mayday.
Your field's behind you.
Oh. Sorry.
What's your call?
Mayday, Cessna 5150 Delta, engine out in flight, landing at Polo Fields.
3 souls on board.
3 souls on board. Yep. Then I will back it up with my checklist.
And then you got to tell me what to do.
Oh yeah, tell you what to do, passenger.
San Diego East, flight Blue Arch 8060 uniform over Viejas Valley.
I want you to make sure your seatbelt's on.
San Diego East.
Put your seat all the way back. Open your door, latch it while it's open so it doesn't get trapped in here. Grab my bag, put it on your lap, and hold on to it. Anything?
And then talk to yourself or your examiner and tell them how you're going to land the thing.
Examiner,
I'm setting up for 1,000 feet AGL downwind to beam. I'm going to save my flaps till I have the field made. And I'm not going to turn off the master switch until right before I touch down.
Right. And
then I'm going to back it up with my checklist. So look, here's our polo fields. We're downwind to beam, but we're not 1,000 feet AGL. We got 700 feet to lose, and so we'll start a 360 here to lose some altitude.
Right.
If you keep it slightly over standard rate, you'll be able to do a 360 in faster than 1,000 feet.
Yep.
Okay, as you back it up with your checklist.
All right, so back it up with my checklist. Maintain best glide. Box 7700, check. Declare emergency, did that. Mixture's full lean, idle cut off, did that. Fuel selector off, did that. Seatbelts and harnesses, everybody's strapped in. Flaps as needed. Master mags off. Unlatch doors, protect body. Emergency checklist complete.
Okay, look. So we've done about 180 and 400 feet, and so we got 300 feet to go, so we got to tighten up this next left 360. Your controls, I'm just doing it because you're not. And try not to get above VG as you go through this turn, because G-forces tend to kick in and lower the nose. And so we're looking behind us to our left for that field, and our goal is 1,500, which is 1,000 feet AGL.
Yep.
And here we come, 1,000 feet above the ground, downwind to beam.
We're downwind to beam, perfect.
Cool. Here are my controls, I'm just going to break off. Alright dude, you got through everything. Flew past your point just a little bit. And so we'll just want to get a little bit quicker on the flows.
Okay.
I know it's been a while. It's been like 4 or 5 flights since we've done emergencies, but...
Number 54502, beam.
Where are you,
Del Mar Racetrack, 3,500 feet, San Diego traffic.
Okay, cool. So, you'll just want to get a little bit quicker on the flows, and so...
Right, okay.
I'm just going to climb up real quick, and I'll demo another one for you. So maybe even we got it on video.
Okay.
And we had you at 4,500, right? Down to 1,500, and we just were still doing our checklist as we were circling in our last 800 feet. And so I'll go up to like 3,000 feet, and we'll see if I can get through everything by the polo fields, and I'm just gonna rapid fire everything.
Okay.
Okay. So the quicker you get at this, the more you can concentrate on flying the plane, so we don't fly past the point or lose sight of it or that good stuff. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mixture's full rich below 3,000 feet during our climb.
Coast Charlie Blue, Cessna 50 Delta inland Del Mar 2,300 climbing 3,000 westbound coastal.
How did that feel?
A little rusty.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been a while. No big deal. So now that we've done the Palomar flight, and you've seen the 3 airports that are most important to see, we'll go to Gillespie and Oceanside later. It's time to get back on our maneuvers, and so we can chair fly those a bunch as we make sure that you can land the thing super safely.
Okay.
And so Our next couple lessons, I'm not sure when we got them scheduled, but we should try to fly early in the morning in very light to no wind conditions.
Yeah.
So we can just really focus on like good landings and that no wind environment, so I can solo you in that no wind environment.
Okay.
Cool.
Coastal traffic, White Cessna over Mount Soledad at 3,500.
Alright, so let's say we're flying along, we're at 3,000 feet.
San Diego East,
And we are just doing a nice cool coastal flight, and all of a sudden we're flying along and we lose our engine. So first things first, I love what you said, take a sip of your coffee, right? I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to roll it all the way down.
Off the coast of Del Mar,
I'm going to start with that
heading northbound.
and try to hit that 65. Just hone in on that. That already feels like too much for me, so I'm going to hone in a little more for 65. Airspeed, looking for my best place to land. The polo fields, I got that made for sure, so I'll start turning towards it as I watch my best airspeed, or my VG, at or below 65. And so I'll go A, B, and now C. Fuel selector, I'm going to make a change. Make sure I'm going to make a change. Throttle, make a change. CRQ, and I'm going to make a change. Keys, I'm going to make sure that's on both. Prime it, I would start a prime, and prime it a couple times, and I try for the restart. Okay, crud, that didn't work. Got to admit to myself that I'm actually landing on these fields right now, so I'm going to. I need more distance, so I'm really going to hit this VG 65. So I'm going to shut everything down. I'm going to go fuel off, mixture off. These two don't matter. Keys go off, master on, so I can squawk and talk. Squawk 7700, talk on 1205. I hold it down, and then I swap off of it. And I say, Mayday, 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 Cessna 5150 Delta, engine failure in flight. Landing in the polo fields, which is 2 miles east of Del Mar Racetrack, 3 souls on board. And this is where I like to make a normal radio call. So as you get ready to do your check ride, you'll have to do all this stuff all by yourself. So I'll go.
Coast traffic, Blue White Cessna 50 Delta, over Del Mar, 2,400, engine out procedure to the polo fields, 1,500 coastal.
And I'll say, okay, Mr. Passenger, what I need you to do is slide your seat all the way back, all the way, tighten your seatbelt as tight as it goes, and here, put my bag in front of your brace when we land. Open the door, open the door while we're flying, and latch it while it's open so we don't get stuck in here. And then, okay, Mr. Examiner, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my flaps until the field make, because I can always lose altitude, I can't gain it back, and then right before I touch down, I'm going to turn off my master switch so I don't risk an electrical fire. And then I got time, so I'm going to back it up with my checklist. I'll go if no restart permits, maintain best glide check, squawk check, talk check, make sure lean and idle cutoff check, fuel selector check, seatbelts check, flaps check, master max off check, unlatch door and protect the body check, I'm losing my speed, and protect the body. Emergency checklist complete. Now I'm ready to just fly this airplane, and so it looks like I got 400 feet to make my 1,000 feet AGL down to beam, so I'm really gonna try to nail my best glide of 65 instead of being faster or slower than it. Slower than it's going to be minimum sync and I won't cover as much distance, but I'll get more time in the air. Faster than it is worse than both because I lose distance and I lose time. So I want to be really at or below. 200 feet to go for my 1,000 feet AGL. And then every kid on the field that I hit is 10 points. Just kidding. And it just has to be close. Like if you get here and you're 300 feet away from your 1,000 feet AGL, like you're 300 feet higher, then that's totally fine. Your checker is going to be, examiner's going to be like, nice job. But if you end up getting like kind of too low, then it might say something. So look, 1,500, just like barely away from my downwind to beam point. I'll go and recover. So I'll go full throttle. I'll go mixture full lich below 3,000. Get my carpet in. I'll go back home.
Cool. Cool. What like touchdown point are you looking at for this polo field?
Right at the beginning of the polo fields, yeah.
This one here?
If I didn't...
There's a fence over there. Like if there, I don't know. I guess there's a couple fences.
I'd run right through that orange little thing.
There's a, looks like a chain link one on this other. I guess that's the kind of thing you can't see from altitude, and then you might not notice it until it's too late.
Yeah,
yeah. Hazard.
That's why you save your flaps till you got the field made, because if you need to go even a little further, you can just dump them at the very, very end. Okay, why don't I just level off here at 2,000, I'll give it back to you, and I'll have you take us home.
Okay.
Pitch, power, pause, I'm just getting it close. Your controls.
My controls.
Your controls.
Okay, so no more maneuvers?
Yeah, we'll just go back home.
Okay. And we're gonna cruise home at 2,000?
How you guys feeling? You guys feel okay?
I'm good. Yeah.
Cool.
2,000 is gonna be our cruise altitude going home?
Sure. Your PIC, you decide.
Oh man. I'm afraid you'd say that. Well, 1,800 is what we came with the only thing we have to worry about. No wait, we wanna be 1,500, right?
Oh.
We don't want to be 2,000.
Okay, I think that's
be
a good call.
Above 1,800, so I will descend.
That's why I did that. I was just trying to get you.
All right.
Nice job.
You're a tricky one. I gotta keep an eye on you.
That's how examiners try to get you too. They'll just have you, they'll be done with the maneuvers and they'll be like, cool, take me home. They try to, and then so when we go home, we want to make sure we go westbound first, so quite a bit offshore.
Okay.
Abing Del Mar is at 2,500 feet southbound, heading to Montgomery.
And Coast Charlie Blue SS 50 Delta. We're right over the top of Del Mar Racetrack. We're at 2,000 feet, descending 1,500, turning southbound coastal.
Where is that 1,800 shelf?
So actually, look at those clouds.
2,500 north side of VS Valley.
I'm not entirely sure we'll be able to make it at 1,500, so we're going to have to climb to 35.
Okay.
And Coast Charlie Blue SS 50 Delta offshore Del Mar Racetrack. 2,000 feet, correction, we're climbing up to 3,500 as we go southbound back to Montgomery.
I just have to make it by that blue line?
You just have to make it by that blue line. Good. So we have maybe a good airspeed that we could pitch for.
73?
73, yeah, that helps us climb in a faster amount of time.
You can climb, 59 is our best, is our VX.
Yeah, VX, and so VX would actually...
Over Del Mar at 5,500.
Get us up faster. Get up sooner in less time,
lateral distance.
Less
yeah.
distance, yeah.
Good. And then look at your ball, we're super uncoordinated here.
Right.
Higher angle of attack, higher power, more left turning tendencies.
Yep.
60 knots is great. And we're 2,500 climbing, 3,500.
734 Delta November, circling at 3,000 over Lake Hodges.
$2,600, climbing 3,500.
Right, sorry.
You're good.
2,700, climbing 3,500. Can't see over my cowling, so I'm just kind of looking over here.
Yeah, and you can, if you're looking for traffic, you can lower that nose for a moment. Okay, I don't see anybody, and then just bring it right back up.
Traffic.
3,800, climbing 3,500.
Currently 3,000 feet over Carl's Mountain, climbing to 3,500.
If you're too fast, don't overcompensate.
Here's an Osprey right here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, below us.
No factor?
No factor?
Okay, cool.
Unless he's... yeah, because he should be in the Bravo, right? Isn't that the point of that Bravo?
He should be, but he can't get cleared out of the Bravo. Right. So that's what they have to do, is they have to get cleared out of the Bravo, or we have to get cleared.
So, should we...
Brown and white.
He's 1,500 feet below us, looks like.
But is this line where the 3,200 foot shelf is?
Alright, yeah, it is.
So we're in the Bravo.
Ruh-roh.
Coast traffic.
Stupid Osprey.
Charlie Alpha off the coast of San Elijo Lagoon at 3-5.
Yeah, we kind of skirted it there.
Now we're above it.
Just for a couple seconds.
Hopefully nobody saw.
Yeah. And if we get a phone call, we get a phone call. But that's how you get phone calls.
Over Beha Mountains, doing stall. San Diego East.
And 35.
All over VL. You guys staying up at 75?
Sorry, level on out.
Yeah, we'll stay up here and watch out for you guys. A060 uniform. Alright, yeah, we'll just keep it north of VS Valley, probably a little bit more to the east side. We'll stay down at
Pitch for 4 fingers.
For you guys.
For my airspeed to come up.
Thank you.
About 90 maybe. Go ahead and reduce my power. Gonna lean our mixture a little bit for 3,500. Clouds are scary.
5 miles off the trail.
Yep. Just got to look ahead when you're going back home if you're staying low. The clouds are super quick to develop sometimes.
So climbing.
So instead of reducing power, the problem could be either power, or it could be that you just weren't catching it and trimming. So pitch power, pause, and hold it there with your left hand, and trim. But we got a lot of work to do here in the next
We grab the ATIS. Do we have it anywhere?
We do not.
126.9.
Delivery is open on 123.725. Advise on initial contact you have information, hotel.
Insight.
Right. Hotel.
Summary gets this information, hotel. Time 2053 Zulu. Wind 20 at 5, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 17, dew point 11, altimeter 29908. ILS runway 28 right approaching you.
Okay. Alright, so dial up the tower.
Yep.
We're close to Mount Soledad, right? You got it?
I got it. I just wanted to get off that ATIS so we could be listening to see if tower was calling us.
Okay. Go and give him a call?
Yeah, give him a call.
Montgomery Tower, Cessna 5150 Delta, Mount Soledad, 3500 inbound landing hotel.
Cessna 5150 Delta, Montgomery Tower, traffic to follow, 11 o'clock, 2 miles, 3200 Cherokee. Make left traffic, runway 28 left.
Insight.
Make traffic, runway 28 left, insight, 50 Delta.
Cherokee 57 Papa, number 1, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Number 1, please.
I'm not sure we talked about this, but anytime air traffic control gives you a traffic alert, you have to, what my favorite thing to do is just point to the direction that they're talking about 11 o'clock, and then they always follow up with a distance, so I hold up the distance with my fingers. They go 11 o'clock, 2 miles, and then they say like the type of aircraft, the altitude, and direction. So if they say an altitude that's higher than me, I point up. If they say one that's lower than me, I point down. And so that way, all I have to do is memorize the direction, and you don't even really need to know the type of aircraft. But sometimes it does help to know what the airplane is so you can determine if they're going to be faster than you or slower than you.
Right.
Are they a Cirrus? Are we a Cirrus? Are they slower than us? Should we slow down? Like those kinds of things.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then when we come back west and we're at 3500, we go back the same way every time. So we get a beam Mount Soledad, and then we can start our descent right here.
Okay.
So what's a good rule of thumb for a descent?
I don't remember.
Minus 300 on the RPM. So go ahead and go carpet on, and take it down to like 2,000. And then we're doing about 94 knots right now, so just bring it on down to 2,000, and kind of let that nose fall, but don't let it fall more than it needs. So we have some clouds, right? Let's pick a hole, so let's fly more to the left. So point it at about a 10 o'clock or I don't know, around that heading. And that puts the airplane at a 500 feet per minute descent when we take out 300 RPM.
Okay. So got this little hole here, maybe?
Yeah, we'll just go right through there. Playing a little Dodge Cloud.
The other day was Dodge Bird, now it's Dodge Cloud.
Yeah. And so, if we need to descend faster, which looks like we kind of do, we can reduce the throttle some more, and then you can reduce the throttle another 300, and take the trim wheel, roll it down one full trim.
Turn nose up?
Yep. Good. And that'll keep us, if you just wait and hold it in that down position and wait for the speed to change, that'll keep us in a 500 feet per minute descent.
Gotcha, okay.
I'm just going to crack this. Look at that.
Whoa.
What's up?
Oh, that was a noise started as soon as you.
Oh, maybe it was just your ears popping. Okay, so reduce the throttle some more. And what I like to do is I like to slow down here to give me more control over a descent. I'll just bring that nose up and go and bring that power to idle.
Power's idle.
And we'll bleed some speed, bleed some speed. We're just going to turn left. Pretty cool, huh?
Montgomery Tower, glass 48007, Lake Murray, landing hotel.
All the way to idle.
Yeah, it's idle.
See? Hey, you're right.
Number 4007, Montgomery Tower, make straight in, runway 28 left.
And then we're going to just lower that nose and avoid them entirely.
Cool. No IMC today.
No IMC today.
Okay, we're heading for the
Left 45.
left 45.
As we get below the cloud layer, that's when the turbulence typically starts to kick in.
I wonder if my noise canceling died, because like something definitely.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Go and press your button again, you'll get it for like another minute or so. Just a coincidence. And he is 1400. And so smooth pull up, smooth reapplication of power up to about 2000, 2100, depends on the plane, 2100. That'll keep us there as you hold the four fingers, nose is low.
Speed number 3, runway tight left, clear land traffic to follow, midfield downwind Cessna.
Reducing speed number 3 for tight left, 007.
Number 50 Delta number 2, traffic left base Cherokee, runway tight left, clear to land.
Number 2, traffic inside, clear to land 28 left, 50 Delta.
Nice. Alright, hold your altitude, your nose is a little low.
5. Wait for it almost downwind to beam.
As we get down to beam.
Stuff happens, carpeet's already out. We'll reduce power a little bit. Sounds good.
As you let that nose fall and really hit those flaps in as soon as you can. Let that nose fall, push that nose over. Lower that nose. We want to maintain 885, so you gotta lower that nose to about that 6-7 finger side picture.
Okay.
So hold that 8085. Carpeet, gas, undercarriage, make sure flaps. Seatbelt switches.
Montgomery Tower,
Nose is just a little bit too low now.
Short of 28 right at Alpha, ready for takeoff.
And then check
Tower
left.
frequency
Clear
for 28 right
left.
is
We're good to turn. Go ahead. Try not push it so much.
Thank you.
Number
Gotta get back to
007,
my
assess the
85.
traffic to follows wing up left base.
She's talking about us.
Traffic inside 007.
Thank you.
And lower that nose as you come out of the turn, because that's a little high. There you go. Just try to do it smoothly instead of abruptly, because then the zero G's kick in, flaps 20, and we're a little high, so reduce the power.
Montgomery Tower, helicopter 202 Whiskey Tango, San Diego State inbound for Midport with hotel.
Helicopter 202 Whiskey Tango, Montgomery
Bring
Tower.
that power all the way back to idle.
Landing piles sunrise, traffic in the left pattern.
Dump all the flaps.
Looking for Cherokee 2 Whiskey Tango.
And 60-65. Pretty good crosswind because of those Santa Ana winds.
It's left to right.
And it looks like it's left to right. And then just try to find the power setting. Looks like idle is working for us
idle,
right now. That's going to take us all the way to the runway. At some point we may sink out. We're super sideways. You got to get the airplane straight somehow, and we're sinking out a lot, so good. But try to make a smaller correction earlier so you don't have to make that large correction late. We're slow. We're really sideways. How do we fix it?
Rudder.
Get a lot of right rudder in.
Okay.
Alright. We need even more right foot. There you go. Smooth power to idle. Transition to flat. And then hold it off. Hold it off. Increase your crosswind correction. Increase it. More. Good. Flaps come up.
Flaps up.
Tower 007.
Go down here, braking and brakes.
007 affirmative, runway tight left, clear to land.
Keep her straight.
Clear left, clear to land, 007.
It's okay if you don't make it. We're just going to keep
Number
it going.
50 Delta, expedite to Golf 1, contact ground.
Over to Golf 1, we'll hurry up over to ground, thanks, 50 Delta.
Whoops. Relax. Just follow the line.
Papa, extend downwind
Crosswinds.
traffic, 12 o'clock, 2 miles, inbound for Midport, helicopter 1000.
Good timing.
Standing down in Archer
And then keep her straight as you brake. You peel off to the left a little bit sometimes. Okay.
Helicopter 2 Whiskey Tango,
And jam
traffic
through your
midfield
left
downwind,
turn,
Cherokee
down,
1400,
down.
extending to pass behind
Taxi
you.
light, landing light, strobes, carpeet, lean fixture. Set the trim. Feels good. And we'll hit up ground on.
Bus 007, turn left runway 23,
Does your
contact
headset
ground.
die again?
23, contact ground, 007.
I don't know, like I heard it not picking up my voice all of a sudden. No reason, no. So I think the noise canceling's still working, so over
Cherokee
to
5.
ground.
And call.
We're at Golf 1 Hotel.
Montgomery ground, Cessna 5150 Delta at Golf 1 and Hotel, taxi executive, please.
5150 Delta, ground taxi via Hotel Juliet.
Hotel Juliet, 50 Delta.
Blaster 48007 off 28 left on 23, taxi Kilo.
Blaster 48007, ground taxi via Foxtrot Golf Kilo.
Foxtrot Golf Kilo 07.
Alright. After landing checklist to back things up. Flaps up, carb heat off, strobes off, landing light off, pitot heat off, mixture lean.
Scoot to the right to be on that line.
Trim set for takeoff, we did that, and I'm off the center line.
That guy's a little close to us, huh? The wind's coming from him, the helicopter.
After landing checklist complete.
Scoot to the right a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice. Good after landing flow, and we got moving right away. Then we backed it up with a checklist. Just got to work on staying on that line.
Montgomery ground, 5396 Echo, executive westbound hotel.
5396 Echo, ground runway 28 left, taxi via Juliet, Hotel Bravo.
Juliet, Hotel Bravo.
Okay, dude, nice job. I know the winds were tough today, so today really, again, just wasn't about the landings.
178 Romeo, ground taxi via
Just because those crosswinds can be pretty tough. So next few flights, I want to try to get out here early, 9 a.m. at the latest, so we can fly in those no-wind conditions. Can get really good when there's not a lot of people around, not a lot of wind, and build a strong foundation.
It is super rare for it to be wind calm, like after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
That sucks, because that's when like the scheduling works for me.
We can do late evenings, so like 4 o'clock. Like right before sunset, the winds are decent. It's just the sun's kind of in your face because we all have west-facing runways.
Montgomery ground, Comanche 7.
And today's just especially bad because of the Santa Ana conditions. Read your forecast discussion.
Ground runway straight right, taxi via Golf Hotel Alpha.
Straight right via Golf Hotel.
There goes my noise canceling again.
Yeah, it's just dead. And then over to the right for your center.
Nobody's
Montgomery ground,
pulling up.
84 Romeo at Golf Hotel, or Hotel in Juliet. Is there outbound?
Yes, there's outbound.
84 Romeo is going to park down here, so we should move because he's about to... No. I mean, let's stop and shut down. I'm just saying, like, he's got to go up there.
Okay, my flow is...
Just we don't...